What the actual heck?
So when they said a rod pushed its way through the piston, through the engine wall, that's what they mean.
Rest area, can we?
So we are broken down again. It is the same day that we have just posted our video about how we broke down 1 week into van life. This time it's much worse because we are literally in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, the irony of the situation isn't lost on me. Like, literally this morning, we posted the video about breaking down in Eden. And now we don't get to see Jack. Sorry, Jack.
But he didn't sound very sure. He's here.
Yay.
Hopefully it's somebody here to help us.
Some would say it's all to end when the fire is all burned out. Maybe I just swallowed the bait, but in my mind there was no doubt.
We're stuck at the campground. Not even a campground, it's a local oval. We just had a visit from the caretaker dude. His name's Brian. He looked at it and was like, oh, it's a Mercedes. That's going to be expensive to replace. I guess I won't charge you for staying here then. So that was nice. Silver lining. Saved $10.
When life gives you broken engines, get out the limes and make pico de gallo.
We've been doing some research into how much a total engine replacement costs for one of these. The answer is basically they cost the same as buying the Sprinter. Nothing much we can do today, nothing's open, so we're gonna go basically just camp out in bed all day and watch Bridgerton. And that's basically says it all, doesn't it? And I feel like if I keep talking about it, I'm gonna start crying again, so let's wrap that up.
Here we are on Monday, Saturday night. The tow truck guy took one look at this piece of metal and said that is from your engine wall. You're gonna need a complete new engine rebuild or new engine. We think the first step in solving the problem is to diagnose exactly what's broken. Then that will free us up to start calling mechanics and say, hey, I've got a Sprinter, this is broken on it. Is that something you are able to fix, willing to fix? How much it'll cost and how long it will take, which will finally allow us to make a plan on if we're going to get it fixed or not, or if we're going to have to do something completely different. All right, going inside, gonna see what they say. They said, yeah, easiest way to describe it is that a rod has pushed its way through the block and you'll need a new engine. There's no way to repair the engine because pieces of the engine have fallen off.
We're sorry for the delay. One of our team will be with you shortly. The assessor is also asking why do you want your vehicle to be towed back to Adelaide?
We have rung only 7 mechanics and we have finally found one who is willing to give us a used Mercedes Sprinter engine and install it for us. And tomorrow morning we will be on a tow truck bound for Adelaide, where we will then wait for 2 weeks for the van to be repaired. And if we thought $2,000 and 3 days of waiting last time was rough, let me tell you, this time is worse.
It's in the way you got me trembling.
We're in Adelaide. At least we can say that. We just got dropped off by our friend Blake. I have nothing to say. Oh. Well, we made it to the hotel, which is nice. We have made it to Adelaide, which is nice. Here are some things to be thankful for. A hotel, a hire car, a nice tow truck driver, IKEA hot dogs,
$10 voucher at IKEA.
massive box of ginger thins that we bought from IKEA. How many have you had?
Probably around 8.
Odie is at the workshop right now. They said they'd call us today and they didn't. So Zane called them about 5 minutes ago and they said that they'll have a look tomorrow and let us know. So we'll see if that happens. But we'll know more in the morning and I think that will help us in terms of making decisions for the future. Honestly, I've been completely wiped by the last couple of days and it is really sort of weighing on me how much this repair is going to cost. We've been wrestling as to whether we keep going on the trip or whether we call it quits. And that is something that I didn't think we would have to consider. We were going to explore the city, but honestly, we're feeling pretty cruddy still.
We're having a great time.
It's hard not to let morale seep heavily into the negative. Down into the whole bucket of ginger thins, which you have had to stop
I sink
out.
into the ginger.
I'm gonna cut you off, dude. Thank goodness.
Peppermint. It's like they knew what we wanted.
You're gonna have peppermint tea with ginger nut?
Yes.
Fine, China. Did you hear that?
You don't get that solid stuff in a van.
Bamboo doesn't make that sound.
So we just got the bill back from the mechanic. They're going to charge us a grand total of $16,000. That's for a used engine, for a new intercooler, and a new radiator, because we need those as well. It's a lot of money, so much money. We have gotten out a big spreadsheet and we're writing down all the different options we can think of to try and make sense of what the heck we're supposed to do.
Yeah, so we could sell the van as is, we could send it to scrap. Zane just called Scrap Metal Dude and got a price. It's not an option. And we could buy a sedan and have a tent and go around, or we could fly to the different places that we really want to go and then go home, or we could fix her and then continue on, or fix her and sell her straight away. Long story short, there's a bunch of different options. Trying to mull over which makes the most sense economically.
It looks like the best option for losing the least amount of money is to fix the van and then either sell it straight away or keep going on the trip. That's also the highest risk option.
Well, I mean, we're trying not to make it an emotionally charged decision, which is much easier said than done. So annoyed at that piece of metal on wheels. Today is our 2-week anniversary in Adelaide. Yay. Zane is actually waiting on a COVID test right now. Got a sore throat, been in bed all day.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away. This is my second apple.
Currently staying at some long lost family friends' house. They live in Adelaide now. I haven't spoken to them in yonks, and now they've got us on their doorstep. Well, actually staying in their spare room, which is really, really lovely. And we're very, very thankful that they're here and that we can crash with them indefinitely. We just got off the phone with the mechanic and they originally told us that ballpark fix time was end of last week. End of last week, yes. And then they updated that and said middle of this week, i.e. tomorrow, Wednesday.
I just got off the phone with them now, and now they're saying middle of next week. We are just like living each day to the fullest right now, I'd say. Really.
I don't feel great. And I'm sad.
Let's sit up and look on the bright side. Things to be thankful for. I got this new scrunchie the other day. Handmade, local business. I really like it. It makes me feel 10 years younger than I am, which is good because I feel like I've aged 20 years in the past 2 weeks.
Just the bright side.
So, sorry, the bright side. Yes, other things to be thankful for. Got anything to add?
You really got me doing what you want. Like I forgot when to go yes or no. And everything I say just comes out wrong. I guess I worry too much. It's in the way you got me trembling. And everything I was doesn't matter anymore.
So when they said a rod pushed its way to the piston through the engine wall, that's what they mean?
Oh god.
That. It's been 24 days since Odie broke down, and we are still waiting with no determined date as to when she will come back to us.
It is a month as of tomorrow. Zane is currently on the phone to the mechanic asking for an update right now.
It's ready. Let's say we could go pick it up.
It's ready!
I'll go get it.
They want to charge us an extra $5? What the heck?
500.
Why?
A miscellaneous switch relay, glow relay, and workshop consumables with environmental compliance.
This is on us how?
I don't know.
Let's go get the bikers. Buckle up, buttercup.
The goal is to stay off the main roads as much as possible, which means lots of windy back roads. So we're gonna do our best to stay together.
Baby, it's the way
We've already been separated.
you just got me. You just got me somehow. I don't need to go back now. And I don't care. That's your birthday.
Stop.
It's in the way you got me trancing. And everything I was doesn't matter anymore. It's in the way you got me dreaming. And everything I had,
We made it. Let's go get it.
He wants to take it for one more test run.
Mechanic would like another half hour with it, please, to do one more test run. I would rather he make sure everything is fine to his liking, blah, blah, blah. Also would have been nice to know that before we got here. Anyway, we're gonna go see the sights of Wingfield. The rubbish dump's over there. Shipping containers, you got your mechanics, dump trucks. Beautiful place.
You guys ask for a ride or something?
Yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's
This drive went pretty well, I think. He said he's gonna go make sure there's no leaks under the van. 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, right, it's funny.
So let's go talk money. Sit.
Look at those jars.
Not broken.
Beautiful. Missed you.
It's gonna be a good night. Yeah, boy. We got hummus again.
That's a clean engine. The van absolutely reeks of oil. My paint is scratched, but it's okay. We'll just clean it up.
So all the walls need a really good wipe down. That's step one. I'm gonna deep clean this bad boy. Actually, just remembering that right before we broke down, we went around some turns and the fridge opened and spilled some milk all over the floor, which we cleaned up, but we never mopped. And I can still see the glaze of like thin white film from when the milk was on the floor. Yeah, that's why we're doing a deep clean. So the people we've been staying with have actually left for about 2 weeks and they're just coming back now. And surprise, surprise, we're still here because it took forever for the van to get fixed.
That's right. Oh wow, look at that. That is definitely an engine.
So it looks like we're still having one problem with the van when the engine's cold.
It sounds like we're trying to do a hill start, but we're on completely flat ground. And also we drive an automatic, so. She barely moves. Oh man, here we go. We're off to the mechanics again.
Last night we ended up leaving Odie with the mechanics because they needed to check it in the morning when the engine's cold, and they're 95% sure that it's an issue with the transmission. It's a month and a day since Odie has broken down.
Adelaide, this is Stephanie speaking. Yeah, just letting you know that your vehicle's ready to be picked up.
Yeah, excellent. Got the green light. Don't even feel excited about it because it's been like the umpteenth time that we've been told it was ready to go or almost ready to go.
Bye, ride safe.
Well, the van runs pretty well actually. Let's go pick up Sarah.
We are getting out of Adelaide. That was an intense chapter of our lives. I want to say thank you to Ross and Nicole for being so gracious and having us for so long, but we are back on the road and we've actually decided to continue on with the trip. Basically, it came down to 2 reasons. The first of which, we don't want to end the trip on such a cruddy chapter. We just didn't feel right about that and we want to keep going. And 2 is we'd rather have an album full of memories than a bank account full of money. And while it was a considerable hit to our budget and the rest of the trip is going to look very different because of it, we figured we want to keep going and get the most out of this trip while we can, because it's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, which we're really looking forward to. So here's hoping it's smooth sailing from now on. If you like this video and you want to follow us as we cut up the middle of Australia, make sure you click subscribe and give us a like. We'd really like that. Let's go.